my trip to Peru. When you are watching this, it is going to be August 2022 or later. For me, it is July 12th. Now let's watch the plane take off right here.
As the plane took off that day, I knew nothing of the adventure I would soon partake. An adventure of excitement, exhilaration, and lots of character development. This is my chaotic trip to Peru.
So now we are at the hotel. I actually got here a couple hours ago, but I was just taking a little break because I was tired and I didn't want to record. So I got here a couple hours ago. This is the hotel here. We are currently in the Santa Catalina Monastery, which was founded in 1579. It was like a city within a city, such as like Vatican City. It has a lot of stuff in it, like roads, monasteries, churches, and over 80 houses, I believe, that were home to ancient monks. And there are still some monks and or nuns that walk around here. Obviously, I don't think they live here anymore.
The next day we went to a church. Instead of giving information about this specific church, I'm going to give a general information about churches in Peru. Most of the old churches are Catholic churches that were built when the Spanish ruled Peru, which is also why Peruvians speak Spanish. The churches usually have many old artifacts like paintings to see and grand wood carvings covered in gold and other jewels.
Today we are doing a tour of a giant canyon, and we're going to see some big birds, and we have this beautiful landscape behind us right now. As many things do, this trip did not go according to plan. So after we were done with the bird watching, we went back to Arequipa. And it was pretty late, it was like 5:30, so we decided to have some dinner. So we went to this pizza place, but sadly, our bag got stolen. Really, the only thing of importance in there was passports. Hello there. So basically what we did today is we went on a plane from Arequipa to Cusco, and then we explored Cusco a little bit in the town square. So this is what it looks like. This isn't the town square, this is just Cusco itself.
For the next 2 days, basically all we did was go to the Spanish school, which there's not a lot to say here. We just went to the school and learned Spanish.
So this right here is an ancient Incan temple. So they use these temples to worship things like the sun, moon, rainbow, stars, lightning. And what's really impressive about these is that they used this very primitive tools like chisels to make these bricks like this. And they did not use stuff to plaster them together, which is what was very impressive. And these cracks, they may have to make these bricks exactly in line with each other. Otherwise it would probably already be like very, very cracked by now, and we would not be able to go and see this in here. This is the interior of the temple, and if I stand on this rock right here, you can see that all of the temple lines up, so they made these windows throughout here. You see in this shot, the structure on the left was built by ancient Spanish conquistadors, and the right is the temple that I just showed you, and it was built by the Incas. So there is a lot of people who lived in this area a long time ago in various periods of history, which is very interesting. Here is the Temple of Lightning. So this is where they worshipped the lightning, and this was built by the Incans.
For the last few days in Cusco, we rested because the most challenging part of the trip was soon to come: the 4-day hike and the Inca trails to Machu Picchu. The first day was about 9 miles, the second was about 10, the third was about 10 again, and the fourth day, the day we saw Machu Picchu, was only about 3. We did all of this while battling colds, lack of oxygen because of the elevation, altitude sickness, and really steep stairs built by the Incas that hurt your legs whether you go up or downhill. Anyone who says that this is easy clearly has either no idea what they're talking about or is literally a professional hiker and can do 20 miles a day without even using their legs. Machu Picchu was built around the year 1450 AD by the Incas as a retreat for the Inca and his family to worship natural resources, deities, and especially the sun, Inti. Machu Picchu was abandoned in 1572 because of the Spanish conquests in other parts of the Incan Empire. Machu Picchu was rediscovered in 1911 by Yale University history lecturer Hiram Bingham III. After the Inca trails, we stayed in Cusco for one more day. During that day, my dad flew to Lima, the capital of the Peru, to get us new passports. After that, we stayed in the Sacred Valley, which is what is being shown on screen, for 3 nights. After that, the trip was over, and we went back home. Hello everybody! I am now back home, and I'm glad to see my dog, I'm glad to keep making YouTube videos, but I did have a really good time in Peru, and all the places that we stayed at, and I learned a lot there. It was really fun. Yeah, that's the end of the video, that's the end of the trip. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe. This has been Isaac, and I'll see you next time.